Yeah. Yeah, in the bottom. Bottom.
Test them, 1, 2, 3, test them.
Yeah.
Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.
Hey, before we get started, we're going to turn to face Jerusalem, the east. We're going to get our faces. Where they going to?
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakadash.
They will honor us to the apostles, the bishops, the elders of Gms, who teach us well, and peace and love to the elect of the nation of Israel. When the Gms Memphis camp come back out here again through the spirit power of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem, Rakakadash, Lord, we'll let this camp be edifying to the elect. We're going to let the scriptures do the talking. Right? So we're going to start with the book of Romans, chapter 11.
This is book of Romans, chapter 13, and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is a high time to wake out of sleep.
Right, so it's very critical, it's important for you to wake out of sleep if you haven't already. And 2/3 of our people refuse to wake out of sleep, man. Right? They want to stay stuck and sleep in my life, man. They don't know what's going on right now with the war. Right? You got America walking this for the 13th day, 11th, 12th day. Well, now it's coming out there, Russia, China, Turkey, all the NATO supply you with intelligence, man. And these people have no idea, man. They're stuck on the grid or something. They know all the biggest relevant news, the world went on TV, they know all that bullshit. Stand up the prophecies, man. The big news, man. The MOTV, right?
The latest streamers, you know.
Yeah,
they got the IRL in real life right now. So you can literally like watch somebody's life and know someone everything about them, you know.
This is Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is a high time to wake out of sleep.
We need to wake out of confusion, out of darkness, right?
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Right, because salvation is in the door. Hey, Demar, you got first score for us?
Yeah.
Read down.
I got 14 and start at work.
Chapter 15 and 34.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 34. It said, awake to righteousness and sin not.
And this going right back here to Romans 13:11. Therefore, know the time, and that's the point. Our people don't know what time we are living in. So how can they wake up? They don't know. That's why the Lord sent his servants to come down here to wake you up. Right? But only the elect gonna wake up, man. Only the elect gonna come back unto repentance. For obedience to wake up is going to wake up to righteousness, man. Right? Go ahead.
It said, awake to righteousness and sin not.
And sin not.
For some have not the knowledge of the Lord.
Right, for some have not the knowledge of the Lord.
I speak this to your shame.
Right, because the beginning of knowledge is what? Fearing you have as you are. Right. Being obedient. Right? Because it said, the fear of the Lord drive away sin. Because sin is what? Transgressing the law. You walk in contrary to God's commandments. But the point is what? To awake to righteousness. So once you awake to righteousness, what? You're being occupied in the prophecy. You on your watch. So therefore, the Lord not going to come upon you is a thief in the night, man. So you want to awake to righteousness, man. Which is what? Serving the truth and living power, man.
Can I read this out?
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 6 and 9. It says, and he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their eyes heavy. And make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes.
And it's talking about spirit.
Okay. Yep. Lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed.
Right, and convert and be healed. Come back to one of the true and living power, man. And I was just thinking about that last night. I might still do a lesson. Otherwise, I can still do a lesson on that. That everybody under the sun want to worship Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's what you should want, especially if you're an Israelite man. That everybody going to worship Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai alone. That's what you should want, man. When it starts now, be convert. It's an action behind it, man.
Oh yeah, I mean basically, speaking about it's time to wake up. Jake, that's that exhortation. That's what is it? Proverbs the first chapter, wisdom crying without. So wisdom is crying like you're crying for Jake to wake up. You're shaking somebody like you need to get somebody up. You're shaking them, you might put water on them, you might grab their leg and violently shake them, right? But the Most High, a lot of our people, He closed their eyes. He didn't even allow people. They don't even know that they're asleep. You see what I'm saying? They don't even know that they're asleep. They're in a deep sleep. Right? So here it is, we're crying out to Him. And as it says in Matthew the 11th chapter, it's like the kingdom of heaven is like children sitting at the marketplace and calling out to their fellows, and they're not dancing and they're not mourning with their fellows. So here it is, we're dancing and singing a song, we're mourning. We're in a house of mourning, and Jake is like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Y'all keep hating. It's because the Most High, He has blinded their eyes. Essentially, and this is why you can't get really too hung up on Jake not getting it.
Yeah. Hey, that's the, what I call Revelation 22, 11.
This is Revelation 22 and 11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still.
And that's it. You can't get it, we're moving on. Right? We're not out here, put a gun to your head to make you understand. For one, it's up to the Lord to wake you up. And Paul holds 2 Corinthians 4:3.
Yeah, I read verse 10. Verse 10, it says, and he said unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand.
Yeah, the time is now. The time is at hand for what? For the prophecy to be fulfilled, man. Ultimately, for the Lord to come there, man. To bring destruction, man, upon the wicked. And to does all the wicked is will. As it says in Jeremiah the 5th chapter. Amongst my people I found wicked men. Because they refuse to repent, man, and come back unto righteousness.
It says, he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is holy, let him be holy still.
Exactly. But the point is what? If you want to still call on Jesus Christ, Most High Christ, Yahweh, we're going to let it be, man. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to continue serving Yahweh Shema Shah, man. Yep. Call on the truth and on the living. Right? But it's the Lord who has blinded these people, man.
Yep.
So when they don't want to wake up, they want to press the snooze button, it's on them, man. And that's why they still have no hope for their sins, man.
Yeah, and if I say this, because you will hit the snooze button when you truly believe that it's not that important. Like it might be important, but it's not that important. But say you had a flight to catch to Brazil to meet a little baddie, and you cannot miss this flight. Jake will actually be dressed.
Wait for time.
You see what I'm saying? Jake will go to sleep
With the clothes
their
on.
clothes on. The bag will already be. Jake might go to the airport the day before and go to sleep. The whole day sleeping at the airport. Why? So you do not miss that flight. This is important. This is the most important thing. Gee, a baddie. Okay? And you don't want to miss that flight. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But if it's not that important, you'll hit the snooze. So what does it really mean when Jake does not receive his word? Is that really, it's not that important.
It's salvation.
See what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal to do what's right.
It doesn't know about salvation. That's a weak-ass mindset to have.
So now, when judgment comes, the Most High will be nonchalant saving your ass.
Yeah. And the Lord reciprocate the same energy, man. The Lord said, you ashamed of me, I'm going to ashamed of you, man. If he deny me, I'm going to deny you, man. You don't want that, man. Here it is, the Lord, the only begotten Son, that created everything that you see. And he tell you, I never knew you.
Dang.
You know the numbers on the hairs on your head.
I never knew you. You created me, Lord. How you not know? I don't want that nonsense. Right? You still want that, man. You still want
It's scary.
It's it's a fearful thing, man. For the Lord to deny you is fearful, man.
And the thing is, how about Shema Shai? The Lord is where we continue. The Lord is going to allow us to see that. He's going to allow us to see, like we see Jake that has been forgotten. Now we see them in that low state, but there's always hope because the Lord is not here yet. Judgment is not fully here yet. So there's always, he could make it. He could repent. You see what I'm saying? Like he could, the Most High could have mercy on him. But then when the doors of mercy are shut, and now all we see is judgment, the Lord's gonna actually allow us to see that. He's gonna allow us to see the judgment upon our people. And we're gonna be, ooh, Lord, you gonna kill all of us? You know, like that's where a lot of the prophets like, Lord, you gonna take out all the Israel? Like, what you, the Lord, I'm gonna leave a remnant. Don't worry about it. It's always a remnant. I'm gonna leave a remnant. You had Elijah. Lord, they have killed thy prophets. I'm only left alone. He said, look, I got 7,000 men that have not bowed down to the image of Baal. Meaning, I got men tucked away. I got individuals tucked away, 7 men completion. So that's that 144,000 and the rest of the elect that the Most High has preserved. But in the grand scheme of things, it's going to look like when Esau comes down, that the whole nation is going to be destroyed.
Hey, just think about this. We come to the truth, like starting the Memphis camp, right? I thought I was just gonna be by myself. But look at it. So the Lord already had this in motion.
That's it.
So it's like going to the 7,000 men that about to leave because you really think that you're gonna be out here on your own. But no, the Lord already had brothers sit up doing the same thing you do doing secret. You know? You got it.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou were cold or hot. So one of them. Verse 16. So
You can only be one. You come to the realization of it. You can only be hot. If you cold, you're going to be destroyed. If you warm, you're going to be destroyed. We did. It's no time to be warm and cold. We the end of this, man. You know that?
verse 16. So then, because thou art lukewarm, and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
It's like in the morning. You go to stop it. Your coffee and hot. You make your own coffee. You ain't hot. So you're gonna be pissed.
You're gonna send it back.
You're gonna send it back. No, you might go to jail that morning because of this. But before that, it's not gonna be lukewarm, man. Hey, let's sing chapter verse 3.
This is Matthew chapter 13 and verse 9. It says, who have ears to hear, let him hear.
Now this talking about the spiritual creatures, right?
And the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables?
Why are you speaking to the multitude of pilgrims? Right? The disciples asking the Holy God's Son, why you talk to the masses people in pilgrims? Why can't you just talk to them straightforward?
Verse 11, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven.
Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries to the kingdom of heaven. It ain't given to that nigga, ain't given to him, ain't given to Moab, ain't given to Edom, ain't given to Jay-Z, ain't given to D. No, it's given to you, man. And the Lord only deserves a remnant, man. Only a remnant gonna be saved, man.
And that show you that you more important than Jay-Z.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your life more important than Diddy. They got the worldly thing. You know what I'm saying? They crown is corrupt. Because when America go down, they shit go down too. We got an incorruptible crown. We way more important than them niggas, man. Yeah, they got money, but money better be obsolete. Everything better go digital. So you doing this right here, you know what I'm saying? You flagging, that shit ain't shit.
Well, the Lord is going, how about this? You can have the Federal Reserve notes, even the digital currency. The Lord is going to actually make his man the money.
We are the prize.
You see what I'm saying? We're going to be the actual gold. And gold in this world is really the most, that's actual money. That's the most
Yeah.
valuable thing is gold.
Yeah.
The Lord is going to make the man of the Lord
More
finer
precious
than that,
than
more precious than that.
Yeah.
More valuable. When you go into that word, precious goes into valuable.
If I may add, and going back to the precept, the Lord has given us this like one thing, you know what I'm saying? Like how these designers, Louis Vuitton, they create 1,000 of these. Hey, the Lord has created only the elect amount of elect people. And unlike JD has compared to us with the elect, the Lord is going to give it to us. See, they got to go out and buy these one-of-one things and to make it valuable. The Lord has already gave us this most valuable thing there on earth, man. Word.
Satan has gave them value.
Yeah.
Okay, because whose kingdom is this?
Yeah.
Satan came to Yahweh Shai and say, hey, look, all that you see, I give to you. You bow down to me. So it was given to them by Satan. And guess what? Their name, just like a ditty, that's dirt now. That's not something. That's not what is it? A good name. A good name.
Oh, you know what they say they don't want to be tied to.
You see what I'm saying? Like your name is everything. Like the Most High said, He holds his word above His name, meaning my word is mine. That's how you know me. That's how you know I'm good because of my name. Because my name it basically shows forth who I am essentially. You see what I'm saying? I forget this. It's like a pre-something. But it's gonna. You hear the name Yahweh, you know. Okay, you know that's business. Okay? You know, He know. If He say something, that's it. You see what I'm saying? When you hear Diddy, you not that. You thinking about some crazy shit.
Not Baymo, but that's the thing.
And pre-calls. So let's say 100 years from now, Diddy's gonna be known as a freaky ass nigga. You see what I'm saying? 100 years from now, what is the elect gonna be known? Well, the elect gonna still be in that position with that honor.
Go out to legend.
Yeah, legend, living legend.
Yeah, you know the word legend. That's a heavy word, legend.
And it's only for the saints.
This is saints. Look at that definition real quick. This show answer that legend.
Yeah. Because if you when you hear about Abraham, what comes to mind? It's legendary. What if we hear about Yahweh Shai? That's legendary. They did legendary stuff. You hear about Elijah. You hear about our forefathers that did great things on the right hand side. Now you do have individuals like a Michael Jordan that did great things. Let's look at basketball. What is that? That doesn't mean anything. That doesn't move the goalpost. That doesn't put Jake into a better situation overall. Again, he was given that power. He was able to become great. Now, does he have any of these guys? Do they not have talent? Yeah, absolutely. All Jake got fucking talent.
Right.
What is it called? Every nigga's a star. You see what I'm saying? Like every nigga can be a star. You can take any Jake and put them in their environment, whether they're funny, they're witty, whether they're athletic, whether they got riz, whether they talent on a fucking piano or whatever it may be. Musician, or they're a great writer, they can write shit, they're a storyteller, they can paint, they can fucking dance. Every nigga's a star in their own right? But does that move the goalpost to salvation? That's the carnal thing. What about you want to be known for standing for righteousness? Yeah. That's what's gonna be held in high regard in the kingdom to come. You're gonna be a real legend. These are that's that name, a new. That's what the Lord said He's gonna write upon you a new name.
This is your proper. He said a good name.
Better than mine.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah. It's Proverbs chapter 22, verse 1. A good name is better to be chosen than great riches.
Woo. Damn, so why would you sell out? Because you think about it. Someone got a good name. Whatever, these celebrities sold out. But is that name good in the heavens?
Oh.
Hell no, the name
It ain't even good in their whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you got certain niggas that hate LeBron.
Yeah.
You know, in his eyes, you know what I mean? He is.
He can't come back.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he ain't got like a good name overall. And the Most High to back. See, the thing about the elect, the Most High gonna back up the name. He gonna put his stamp. That's his reputation. You're pretty much the splitting image of the Most High. You're a representative. Remember, the prophets are a representative of the Heavenly Father. This is why if you do something to the prophet, you will be judged because you're doing something to the Most High. See what I'm saying? So a good name, a good reputation. In the kingdom of heaven, you're going to have a good reputation. You're not going to have a reputation for being an adulterer, for being a demon, for going against the Most High, for being rebellious. Jake is going to have that everlasting shame and contempt.
Man, that's like, go ahead, that's something you shouldn't want, man. Here it is, you, on this side now, you sad, you are happy, right? Head down, you struggling. But then when you get to the kingdom of heaven, you sad again for a moment. The kingdom of heaven, you're supposed to be living it up, having a smile on your face. Yeah, 24/7. Right? But time ain't gonna matter. You know, everlasting smile on your face. There shouldn't come a period with your head down. Somebody gotta come tell you, hey, you good now. Baby,
You a king, you get some
you good.
Yeah, tighten up.
Yeah, sign up. Lock in for me.
It's all spiritual, brother. It's all spiritual.
Yeah. But 2/3 are gonna have to build that shame. They cost though, man.
Yeah.
It's the everlasting shame because they refuse to come back onto the house.
And the cool thing about it is where the fear sets in, it's like really they have no choice. You see what I'm saying? Like ultimately, yeah, Jake is wicked and stuff like that. And we trying to, you know, we're not trying to get Jake to wake up. We just doing what the Most High told us. See what I'm saying? But they literally had no choice. That's just part of the story. We know for sure we've been called. We don't know if we're chosen to. But we're gonna put on as the elect. We're gonna do what the elect is gonna do. The Most High gave us at least that understanding to follow those small instructions. It's not hard, right? But the Heavenly Father has to give you the fuel to be able to actually accomplish it. And that's how you know you're an elect once you get into that chariot. The Holy Spirit should be guiding you all the way to that end. The end is the kingdom of heaven. When you're fighting for a particular prize because you actually believe that it's valuable. See what I'm saying? If Jake is fighting for something, Jake fights for a piece of the pie, a crumb of the pie, a crumb of the crumb in this world because they believe that it's valuable. They believe by working 80 hours a week like Kevin Samuels told you to do that you're going to become a high value man. So that you're going to have more status. They believe if they wake up early in the morning like Michael Jordan and shoot 2,000 free throws, 2,000 jump shots, that they'll be able to make it. And when you make it, you'll be able to have that fame, but you want the woman. See what I'm saying? So they believe that goes into that corruptible crown like Paul spoke about. You know what I mean?
Back in Proverbs chapter 22, verse 1, it said a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches, and loving favor rather than silver and gold.
This is the book of Sirach 41. Let's start at 10. Sirach 41 and 10 in the Good News translation. What comes into being from nothing will return to nothing. So it will be with the godless, doomed to extinction. A person's body amounts to nothing.
Why? Because it's going to talk about the wicked name being blotted out of the earth. You see what I'm saying? Like, what's going on now, and even Esau, his reputation, that's going to be blotted out. And then when the records are brought up, it's a stain. It's going to be looked at as a stain. Okay, and the Lord's going to have America as that gateway stop for eternity. So you can pinpoint wickedness. But that was wicked. That's the nation that the Most High destroyed, as well as the 2/3 were destroyed there too.
Yeah, it's a salvo. It said, verse 11, a person's body amounts to nothing, but a good reputation will last forever. Protect your reputation.
Abraham.
Yeah.
Noah, Lot, Yahushai, the apostles, the different disciples. Their names, literally, we still have the record. Enoch, Adam, like, there's a record of their name, that's the word I was looking for, preceding them in a good way. When you hear about Abraham, you think of he was a friend of the Most High. He did right to David. When you hear David, you don't think about the bad stuff David did. You think about the good stuff David did. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So that's going to be in the kingdom of heaven. When you see the elect, you're not going to think about what they did bad. All that's going to be known is what they did good. Okay? The mercy, the Most High bestowed mercy upon these people. And ultimately all Israel too. Okay? All Israel is going to have that particular reputation of being the righteous.
It's First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 50. Now therefore, my son, be ye zealous of the law, and give your lives for the covenant of your fathers. Call to remembrance what acts our fathers did in their time. So shall ye receive great honor and an everlasting name.
That's what we want, an everlasting name. Not an everlasting name on this side. There ain't nothing everlasting. Everything on this side is temporary. You know, all the accolades that people achieve in this world is going to be destroyed. It's not going to be talking about. So we want an everlasting name from on high, man. You know?
Because it's like, if I may add, like on this side, like these people, these celebrities, they might make it to that status, but yet, you know what I'm saying, some of their past life might come up. But Yahweh said, what he would remember thy iniquity no more. He would carry us nowhere into captivity. So what? Our name is going to be forever doing the right thing on this side. Our past ain't going to be brought up. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be over with. Ain't going to be nothing. Right. It's going to taint these legs names. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be forever. All the nations on the earth going to realize like these were the men, women, and children who stood stiffly for the names of Yahweh Shai. There was no king.
Back in Sirach 41, verse 11, Good News Translation, a person's body amounts to nothing, but a good reputation will last forever. Protect your reputation. It will outlive you and last longer than 1,000 trousers of gold. A good life lasts only so long, but a good reputation will last forever. Right, man. That's why I said look at the generations of old, man.
Yeah.
You know? Look at the generations of old, man. So I'm going right back to the First Maccabees, man. And when you continue reading that, the name Abraham, name Noah, David, Alexander, we were all men who were faithful and had integrity, man. Right? Who didn't denounce Yahweh Shai, man? You know?
Man, those legends and the elders were speaking about, you know what I'm saying, and what we're coming back in those same lots as our forefathers continuing the legacy, you know what I'm saying? And with that, we'll get that great honorable name. The Lord, he'll glorify us in the end. Because as the elder was speaking about the names being blotted out, you know what I'm saying? 2/3 of our people, what? Their name's going to be blotted out of the Lamb's Book of Life. Because what? They didn't obey. They took the MOTB.
Oh, yeah, you take those.
Yeah, and they weren't given, going back to Matthew 13, they didn't have ears to hear or eyes to see, so they couldn't receive the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, man.
Wouldn't that be hell? Is that your legacy was you was a nigga and you fought against the Most High? You won't be hurt. This is Jeremiah 31 and 33. It says, "But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. I'll put my law in their inward parts and write it in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. And they shall teach no more every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord, for they shall all know me, from the least of them unto the greatest of them, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai. For I will forgive their iniquity."
So like from the least to the greatest. So this shows you you're going to be ranked in the kingdom of heaven. He's not gonna teach you. You don't know when you have a small shot. The moment you turn 1 or 2, or however it might be.
Well, it says that the Lord, He gonna put it in their inward parts.
Yeah, the Lord gonna put His gospel in the Satan.
So you're gonna be born righteous. Like for example, when a cat is born, a cat doesn't need to be taught how to be a cat. It's already innate in him. You see what I'm saying? Like a lion doesn't need to be taught how to be a lion. Now, do they look at particular things of the older lions and how they, hunt and shit? Yeah, there's certain things like that, but innately, when a lion grows up, it just wants to fucking just grab shit and eat it. Because it's programmed. That's what it's programmed. So Jake is gonna be programmed to be righteous. So your child is not gonna come out and have it in their mind to be a sodomite.
Oh.
Your daughter be a harlot, or go lay down with Esau. Be a divester. That's not gonna or have the mind of a modern woman. That's not gonna happen. They're already gonna be planted. Number one, the father is already gonna set the marriage up. It's probably already set up before she moved. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna be moving like that. But all our people are gonna be righteous. We're gonna have the new hardware and the new software. We're gonna get a hardware and software upgrade. Okay? Basically what Esau Edom is trying to accomplish through his transhumanism. He wants to upgrade. Okay, but we know that it's on the left-hand side. Okay, it says, "For I will forgive their iniquity, and I will remember their sin no more."
This is going to be in the kingdom of heaven. When we completely under the new covenant. Yeah, boy, got to talk about under the new covenant right now. Finish. How can you be on the new covenant when you got what? Subject to payments. Esau not in the cage. But still in captivity. You're back here right now. You know?
They ain't gonna happen to everybody. They like, man, bro, I just hurt my back the other day whooping Esau. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna happen.
I need a break from whooping Esau.
I got my arthritis kicking in, you know? Just making it rip too hard.
You're not gonna have to take herbs.
Yeah.
Hey, brother, what's going on? Hey, brother, I got this car with herbs. You ain't gonna have to do that. You ain't gonna have to stress. They gotta get on you. You do the workout today? You ain't gonna have to do all that. Did you walk? Oh, brother, you eat too much bread, brother. You gotta stop eating. You ain't gonna have to do none of that, man. That's the time where you're gonna actually be able to indulge. It's that the kingdom of heaven is about being able to please the flesh, but in righteousness. Okay, because now we have that balance now. Okay, and if you don't want to eat, you can literally go a year without eating, and there's nothing else gonna be like at that time. We're gonna eat for pleasure. We're not even eating for strength. We're gonna the new body. The new body is being held up by the power of the Yahweh Shemashah. That's why the angels don't need to eat. They literally are just fueled by the spirit. We're gonna have a body that's gonna be fueled by the spirit, but we're gonna be able to experience the flesh, the pleasures in the flesh. Okay, you're gonna be able to experience you dealing with a woman, right? You eating food. You taking a nice hot bath. You're gonna feel things, but you don't need those things. Sleep. So, yeah. You don't need sleep.
Stay up for a year.
You can just say, fuck it, I'm gonna go to sleep for a year, and I'm just gonna fucking have fun in my dreams. You know what I mean? Like you be able to control your dream. You can be in a fucking whole new universe in your head, and you're asleep. See what I'm saying? You're gonna be on a whole nother level, or you might fucking just pop up an Esau dream and just fucking his leg.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Fuck his ass up. You know what I mean? You can do it if you wanted to. Or you can make a double of yourself. That you sleep and then you go out and do whatever the kingdom of heaven is gonna be unbound. Okay? The spiritual power. Okay? I had another scripture.
But the problem is, Jake wants the kingdom of heaven on this side. No, this side can't coexist with the kingdom of heaven. Okay, everything on this side is wicked, man. You know? But Jake wants this side.
Yeah.
It's gonna be basketball,
Yeah, man.
NBA. No, nigga. That shit.
Oil and water don't mix.
Oil and water don't mix.
That's why I say that in the pocket. What song, what good cannot come, let that song with evil be what? Took it out of the way.
Now, when you really look at it, Jake is playing basketball. Is it fun? Yeah, that's fun. But you're doing that out of necessity, really. Like niggas is playing ball. That's why niggas be balling. Cause they balling, but they need to get paid. You see what I'm saying? Like niggas gotta get paid. Niggas gotta eat. And if you go and you ball, you know, at the YMCA or the 24-hour fitness, whatever, you're doing that so you can decompress, so you can feel better, so you can get out of the house, you get a little workout in. You know what I mean? So you can shoot. So it's a pleasurable thing at that point. But you're not. Jake is really doing it because you're in fucking slavery. Bouncing a goddamn ball. Do you see the elite bouncing balls? They're actually enjoying life. You see what I'm saying? Like, they don't need to fucking play basketball. That's low level. But that's the mind of Jake. That's how low we've been brought. Where basketball and football and soccer, that's our way of getting out of the hood. The elites are not, oh, you know, I'm not even playing basketball. At that point, they're playing basketball because it's fun. At one point, and there's a particular point where you don't really play basketball like that because you have to deal with life. You might play some hoops, but like, nah, nigga, I can't play that.
Jake make this shit they life.
Why? Because they're good at it.
They in here and they need the money.
And they need the money. You think boxers really truly love boxing and working out hard? Yeah, at a certain level, but it's really fueled to get that bag. You see what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's to get that motherfucking bag. Because you getting up fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, running 5 miles, bro.
Dedicated.
I get that shit. That shit's hell. You hit the bag. That shit's hell. You might have some, you know, you knock a nigga out, boom, that feels good for the initial, you know. But then while you're at home and your fucking body is aching, and you're in pain, you got headaches, and you moving out of the bed and you got fucking pop pain pills just to get, you know what I mean? Like, what about the repercussions of all? You gotta literally put your body through, you gotta make your body a living sacrifice for the entertainment of the so-called white man. Then he gave you, okay, maybe you got 5 million, maybe you got 10, maybe you got 20. He takes 50% off of that on top, right off the bat. Then you gotta pay your manager, you gotta pay your team. You might come a $20 billion payout, you might get 4 million cash. Okay, that's cool. How much did he make? He didn't have to lift a fucking finger.
Did all the work.
Athletes.
So like a slave trade.
Yeah, athletes. Which I got this definition from the Times, and it basically means a prize fighter. So basically an action figure. And it's what the elites.
Remember Django? Django came in the room, 2 men were fighting each other.
Oh yeah, Mandingo fighter, Mandingo warrior, yeah. It's literally the same thing. It's literally the same fucking thing because them athletes be getting injuries, and then to get those big deals, you already know what they gotta do. If you want to be, you can be an athlete and someone make it, but if you want to get to the next level, that's what you want to do, right? You want to be on the TV screen, you want to be here, yeah, I'm him.
Hey, that's the move I was thinking about.
But the thing about it is still hell because you can't just deal with a woman and it be genuine. You gotta worry about her taking you from halfway everything, or calling a grape. You see what I'm saying? Or saying the wrong thing on live TV or an interview, right? So you have to be within a particular standard of that so-called white man wants you in. Oh, and then you had Adrian Broner, right? If you watch his stream, and there's a part where he was talking about how he didn't have control of his money.
I've seen that video.
And that's all these celebrities. They all have handlers. They can't just take their money out when they want to take out. Okay? Meek Mill's.
Black Youngster tried to do that. They locked him up.
Who?
Black Youngster.
Okay. Yeah.
He tried to get like a I think like $100,000 out the bank.
Yeah,
Yeah, call the cops on them.
yeah, I remember that. This is all these celebrities. They don't have full access to their money. They're being handled. Okay, what to wear. The elites will give them handlers. Okay, here's your stylist. Like you have what's the nigga Shay, what's the nigga name? Shannon Sharp. He had a fucking sodomite stylist. A sodomite. And then the sodomite came out like, yeah, we just, you know.
Oh yeah. Hey, yeah.
If you want to be in that realm.
Bro, one of the female talk show ladies saying that it was him being exposed, you know what I'm saying, in a hotel with sodomite. That shit just diabolical, you know what I'm saying? Ain't going back into having those uncle names, but he getting back tainted. We ain't gonna have to worry about none of that. Nor will our thought process be like niggas that call this stuff even shake anyway.
Yeah, you call yourself Shay Shay, you already know the song.
Yeah.
And again, to be on, you see, there's levels of things, okay? You just can't be in that realm because anybody can make a podcast, anybody can be an athlete, but it's the forces behind you that's pushing you. That's really what makes you, that can get you to elite status.
Yeah, the next level.
You see what I'm saying? Do you have the small hat pushing you in the forefront? Because they own the marketing. They own the television. Okay, they own the media. Okay, quick story. Years back, when on the phone, when one of these guys with Al Heyman, he's a big time boxing promoter, offered me a deal, and I turned the deal down. And he's like, "Do you know what you're doing?" He said, "You will just be on TV just because you're part of this team. Just because you're part with Al Heyman." This is where Floyd was brought up with Al Heyman. He's a big time boxing promoter guy, but he's plugged in. They're tied in. So if you sign with somebody like that, this is why you will sign a major deal, because you have access to be pushed to the top. While everybody else, they might be better than you, but they're not gonna get those positions. They're not gonna get that. Remember, they're not gonna get that promo. Remember, everything is nepotism. Everything is favoritism. It's not what you know, it's who you know. So this is why you want to be tied in and plugged in, and this is why the circle is so tight amongst celebrities. Is because what? There's gatekeepers. If you get tied in with a gatekeeper, then you get tied in. If you fall out with the gatekeeper, you disappear. So that's how it is from every level of society on top, and it's not based upon righteousness. It's based upon you being a fucking scumbag. It's based upon wickedness. Okay, it's based upon iniquity. That's what this world offers. Okay, anytime you go outside of that, boom, you get pushed out of the way. You got it.
This is Mark chapter 8 and verse 36. And what should it profit a man if he should gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what?
But man, that's what a lot of these celebrities do, man. They sell out just to get the funds, to try to have fun on this side of life. Not understanding that you're gonna see death, man. Going out for that moment. Shit's crazy.
Hey, the crazy thing about it, they be selling out, and they life still be miserable.
Yeah.
But they be in the old rich place. That's why they be on all these hard drugs, overdosing, wearing these dog shade, because the stuff they gotta do behind closed door, and when they get in those positions, they be looking at it like, damn, shit, I was better off being broke. You know?
But they made that deal, and they can't go back.
One-hit wonders.
They ain't selling. You know, one-hit wonders, they want to go to the next level. Because you just don't get initiated into anything. Even within this truth, there's levels of initiation that the Most High brings you. Right? He doesn't just give you all the secrets. You don't get initially that deep with the Most High intimate. He's just revealing himself unto you. So in Icarus, it's like a baby growing up. The Lord ain't gonna put, all this hell upon you initially, starting off, right? He might do that, he could do that, right? But you go through levels, and then your faith builds, both sides start, giving you more responsibility. He give you more of his spirit. But initially, you just believe, right? You just believe. Remember, wisdom tries you, right? So then you start, the deeper you get into the truth, the harder the trial is, but the stronger you are, and the stronger you become. So even with Esau, when you get it in levels, he'll draw you in. He'll give you a little taste, but then he's gonna step to you. He's gonna send hands up at you. We'll keep doing it. And then basically the report comes back, okay, is he with it or he's not? Or he's not, or get him out of here. Because again, every nigga's a star. Yeah. You can be replaced. And these celebrities, what happens is they find that out. It doesn't matter how big you are. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. And what happens? The greatness that you obtain through all these years of you sacrificing to Satan, you're not gonna reap the benefit from that. Esau, he's gonna reap the benefit from that. So even if you're dead like Tupac, Esau's still getting paid. They get paid more of your death.
And look, Michael Jackson had another movie.
Good example, yeah, good. Me and you had talked about that.
See? Who getting that money? Jay getting that money. Jay ain't getting that money.
They say that in the industry world. They say you work more dead than alive.
So the small hat has created this whole demonic realm of bringing you up, making money on your rise, and then making more money off your fall.
Hey, y'all remember College Bob had shooting the DVD, The Roots, and remember Chicken George? You know, his dad making money off him. Chicken George. That's why his name Chicken George, because he was fighting chicken. And he lost. And he had father made the bet to another Edomite. He lost. So when he lost, he had to sell Chicken George to slavery.
Yep. I see.
But the whole time, Chicken George's dad is making money off him. Huh? That's a slavery. That's a movement. You know what I'm saying? That's a slavery. Making money off him.
The guy doing the interviews with rappers and celebrities, you know what I'm saying? Vlad, you know what I'm saying? And hey, he said he admitted that he was a small head, but hey, he don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? So look at
Believe it like the Most High?
Yeah, he don't believe it.
That's all the small ass.
Yes, he's small.
That's all the small ass. They only bring it up. They bring it up because it benefits them in this world.
Right. Yeah.
But I had multiple small ass, like every single one. They always say, yeah, I'm Jewish, but I really don't believe in that. But they'll bring it out to use it in their advantage when they need it. To pull that card.
A trump card.
You see what I'm saying? That's what they but them small ass, man, them number demons. And then
The scriptures say the Most High is not in his thoughts. So he don't care about the Most High. You know, in his mind, he's God. Yeah.
And he said a multiplicated how he loved money. Love it. These small, they about to lose. They're losing now and they're getting ready to lose hard.
Right, but it's not, this ain't the USA no more. It's the USI, United States of America. A lot of these chiefs are fed up, you know? A lot of people fed up about it, man. You know, don't finish this off. Mark 8 and 36 again, for what should it profit a man if he should gain the whole world and lose his own soul? What should a man give in exchange for his soul? What's the benefit? The only benefit is what? You go ahead and get put together from on high. But the scriptures tell us love not the world, leave the things not in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in the world. If you want, James 4:4, you're making yourself an enemy, right? An enemy with the Most High. You know? The boy has nothing to offer, man. But it's 4:26. They have guys want to be rappers. Let's have to become a rapper, man.
In Islam.
And it's like, that too. That shit is diabolical right there, you know?
This is Proverbs 16. And in 16, how much better is it to get wisdom than gold?
Right, because what's going to keep you stable during the hard time? Don't jack your coat. Your name, your accolades. your bank account, that's what's going to keep you stable. No, it's the wisdom. The wisdom of the Bible. You know?
How much better is it to get wisdom than gold and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver?
My man, that's what's the most important thing, as it says in Proverbs 4:7. With all thy getting, get understanding. That's the best thing to have in this world. Just using the precept for example, having wisdom better than gold. Well, let's see if you went out into the wilderness or went on a mountain. If you had the knowledge, wisdom, understanding, you could probably see gold. You probably run into a gold mine. But if you don't have the knowledge, you'll never know you're standing on a gold mine. But guess what? The Lord has given us the knowledge, the wisdom, understanding, and we're standing on a gold mine, which is knowledge, wisdom, and truth, man. So what we're implanting here, claiming it, you know what I'm saying, and not letting it go. As it speaks about in Revelation, hold on, let no man take thy crown.
Yeah. Well, the scriptures speak about how the kingdom of heaven is like a man that found a field and there was treasure in it, and he sold everything and he bought that field. Okay, because that's the gold mine right there. If you see say you're on a field, don't look, a plot of land, but you strike oil, you ain't gonna go and tell everybody about that. You gonna quietly say nothing. You're going to go down to the county clerk and you're going to try to find out how much it is to purchase this land. You see what I'm saying? And you'll sell fucking everything. People look at you crazy. You'll sell your house. You see what I'm saying? You'll sell your cars. You sell your clothes. You'll sell every fucking thing. Just to get that plot of land, because why? You know that's going to be much more valuable. Okay?
Yeah, precept. It's Proverbs 8:11. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to.
Okay, it's incomparable. This truth is the highest valuable thing to where it becomes priceless. You see what I'm saying? This truth is priceless, really. You can't put up, there is no price to it. Furthermore, you have to be initiated just to even know that this is a prize. Not everybody even knows that there's a prize. Okay? But within that, there's certain criteria that you have to meet the standard to. Right? It really is enduring. It's the hardship, it's the straight gate, it's all the hell. Because you're not going to receive what we're getting ready to receive without going through something. That's just think about that. That's just the state of Israel. Okay? Anything worth obtaining, there's a fight to get it. Okay?
I had a question real quick. It's 1 Corinthians chapter
2. 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 6. Howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world.
Yeah, so it's truth. And this wisdom is only given what? As the Bible said, to the initiated. Those that are what? Lord sheep. It says, the Lord said, his sheep hear his voice, will follow him. So we have to see the mysteries with them. Yeah.
Nor of the princes of this world that come to naught.
Yeah. And the princes of this world, some you know what I'm saying? And they not good at what they come to naught, but the knowledge of this world is only
Verse 7. But we speak the wisdom of Yahweh in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom which Yahweh ordained before the world unto our glory.
Yeah, and how he ordained to do is serve the prophets. You see, and we're coming back in that lot, speaking these mysteries that the Lord Yahweh has given us, because it says that Amos, what he revealed the secrets to his servants, the prophets. You see, these mysteries going back to Matthew 13. That's why the disciples, they see Yahweh, why you speak to them in pearl, It's what makes you a high value man in this earth.
Verse 9. Verse 8. Which none of the princes of this world knew, for had they known it, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory.
Yeah, so 2/3 of our people went and picked up our Lord and they knew. And what? It seemed like they wouldn't have done it either, man, knowing that they were going. As Pontius Pilate, he didn't see what anything that Yahushua was using.
Yeah, he didn't find any fault.
He didn't find any fault. See?
And then he also had his wife that had that dream. Said, don't touch this man. See what I'm saying? Don't touch this man. So it was that fear also right there too.
Now people been knowing this from age, you know what I'm saying, from the prophets Isaiah that was spoken of, that we would have to say, and yet they didn't understand the mystery because they wouldn't get unto it. All they need let. It's a little more.
Well, the main ones, Caiaphas.
Yeah. He knew, yeah.
He knew the leaders, the chiefs, right? And it was because of the riches and because of the lifestyles that they had during the Roman Empire. Like, if you go into the history of the lifestyles of the Pharisees and Sadducees, they were voluptuous, especially the Sadducees. You know, and they didn't want to give up their position. They knew who Yahushua was. They knew about the prophecy. They knew that it was true, but it was pride. It was envy, it was covetousness. You know, they wanted the kingdom of heaven to be about them.
All right, this is back in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, picking up at verse 9.
Right, because the Sadducees, they were more carnal.
Yep.
They were more carnal than the Pharisees. The Pharisees believed in the resurrection.
Yep.
They believed in spirits. So it only makes sense that the Sadducees would be living better. They were more of the world.
Yep. Picking up at verse 9. But as it is written, I have not seen, nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which Yahweh have prepared for them that love him.
Kingdom of heaven, man. Because eyes have not seen, not heard. You know, saying what the Lord Yahweh has prepared for us. But it's only given to the elect to be of the children that's obedient and that's kingdom minded, that won't be these things. And 2/3 of our people don't want it.
I was gonna say that's why when we speak of things even out of our mind on how the kingdom of heaven is gonna be, they can't receive it. But the Lord said the kingdom of heaven is within you. All right, and He said for where your heart is, that's where your treasure should be also. So we treasure the kingdom of heaven because that's what our mind is on. But the things in the Bible pertaining to prophecy gives us a small glimpse of the kingdom of heaven and how the order of it, how things are going to be. You know, even when you go into Revelation and it talks about the streets of gold and the 12 gates and all of the decked out precious stones that the kingdom is going to. Well, that really represents the men.
Yeah.
Now our cities are going to be beautiful, true enough, but even more beautiful than the physical part of our kingdom is going to be the men that rule the kingdom. And that's the wisdom. See, the wisdom is more precious than the physical, tangible things. Because you can have the tangible things, but not have the wisdom to maintain, to not have the discipline to upkeep, you know. And that's one of the things that vexed King Solomon. Well, he wrote about it. He said, all this, you have all these things in this life, and then the person that comes after you fucking ruin it.
Well, Esau, perfect example.
Yeah.
He was given everything,
Yep.
and he fucked it up.
Yep.
And now he's so fucked up, he about to fight each other, fight himself
Yeah.
over who's gonna take control
Yeah.
of back again.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, you had everything. But as the scriptures say, they were wanton. You know, they had more than their heart desired.
Yep.
You know, and they didn't have the wisdom and knowledge to understand it, to be able to rule with that great power. They say absolute power corrupts.
Yep.
No, it's not. That is you wicked.
Yep.
And you don't have the flesh, the spirit to
actually be able to have all those riches and stay righteous.
Yep.
And not have your mind corrupt, because this is the thing. And what gives this example? Solomon. Solomon was the greatest man that ever lived. He was the richest, more wise man that ever lived.
Yep.
But he was still subject to corruption. And his mind went with his old age.
That's it.
So if he couldn't do it, and he had what, 700 wives, 200 concubines?
Yep.
If he couldn't do it, we can't. You can't even deal with your own woman. You got a problem. Just one woman. Just one. You got all type of problems. You know what I mean? You said, "Oh, please help." You know? You got one woman, man, and you barely can take care of her. See what I'm saying?
Can't tell her what to work.
You don't have full control. Solomon had full control over them, and he said they still ain't right. Okay.
I got to piece up the bag as well. This is Sirach 17 and this is Sirach 17 and 30. For all things cannot be in being, because the Son of Man is not immortal. What is brighter than the sun, yet the light thereof faileth, and flesh and blood will imagine evil.
Because you're subject. Okay, the heart is desperately wicked. With that Jeremiah 17:4. 17. Heart is wicked. Yeah. Because Yahweh Shai is not here yet. So we have not been changed. We'll be able to receive these things and be in 100% in the spirit once Yahweh Shai comes to get his glory first. And then we'll get our glory and we'll get those new bodies as well to be able to, like, for example, the Lord said go and take out those number of Edomites, those Moabites. They can be scared of shit. You know what I mean? Like you got the hatchet, see the little Moabite baby and shit, your heart will be
conflict is going to be conflicted.
But if you're an angel, you in the spirit of an angel, you
don't see a baby.
You
see a spirit.
You see a lemonade. You see lemonade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're happy. You just want to. That was our lemonade. You're not crying about it. There's no. You see what I'm saying? Like, so we're not even there. Okay.
That's what song was at 137 said? Happy shall we be.
That's gonna be the sport of the kingdom of heaven. Forget basketball. To see how pretty you is.
And that's gonna put fear in other nations to know that he that serious about judgment. You know? It's like, oh damn, they don't got no person when they come to judgment. Like,
Young and old.
you know?
Because what's it called? Esau's been so lax with judgment. There's really no judgment for him. The only judgment that you see is, you know, you see what I'm saying? That's all that you see. So now when the Lord set up his terminator, the elect, it's gonna be like, nah, these people are serious.
Yeah.
That's why they're gonna fit like the first they ain't gonna hear about Jake. Our reputation is gonna precede us. And it's not gonna be, oh yeah, the Israelites, yo, yeah. No, it's gonna be like, are you coming for peace or or war?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Go through the records. Did we give them their gifts?
Yeah.
Oh, prepare these gifts. Hurry, prepare 1,000 virgins. Hurry up, look.
And any report of wickedness in these other nations, they gonna know when they see us what it is. Like, let it be a report of a Moabite, sodomite, Moabite being a homo. You know, whoever the king of Moab is, he gonna know. Like, when he comes, he's gonna be pointing. They already have ready for it. They don't want to get in between that. They don't know. Because they know if they try to save them, they're gonna get judged too.
Yeah, and we gonna have God-like surveillance.
Yeah, so you
See, like,
hide nowhere.
because like what Esau trying to accomplish, he's trying to accomplish God-like surveillance.
Yep.
Surveillance under the skin.
Yep.
Meaning he'll know before you even do it. We already gonna
Yeah.
Hey, and I'm hitting with this. We might, hey, that spirit, don't get on that bullfight, man. But you gonna have them getting squid like and we just wave back. Fuck. But we gonna have like that God. That's what the Most High do. We gonna have those God-like abilities. Before you even do it, we're already gonna know that you did it. We're gonna be like outside. We're gonna be on some director type shit. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? We're not gonna be in the movie in the sense that we don't know what's going on. We're gonna have director-like ability. Yep. To where we're gonna be managing. We're gonna actually be able to judge spirits. We're gonna tell Satan, hey Satan, go jump in there. Yep. For whatever purpose that the Most High put in us to do that. We're gonna have that knowledge.
Because everything is about balance with the Most High. So it's still, we say, well, that's wicked. No, it's not. The Most High don't do wicked. But he does do justice. So in the kingdom, scales is still going to be being balanced. You know, we got to balance with the Moabites did. We got to balance with the Ammonites did. We got to balance with Esau. You already know.
And because look, if Jake forgot about the Most High, right? Yep. How much more these other nations? Yep. So there's going to be a time we're going to sit back. They're going to be doing what they're doing. They're going to get lax. Yep. And a nigga might eat a squid. And they might be serving it. And we just going to be like, all right. Yep. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Oh, okay. Yep. And then it's like, here's the bill. Yep. Judgment. All right, bring out all these motherfuckers that ate the squid. Yep. Bring them out here. All right. Get a bonfire.
Have Satan make them look at the squid like it's a clean fish. Make the squid have scales and fins on it. Yeah. So they be conflicted. Like, oh, it's clean. It's got scales. It's got 8 tentacles. But don't you see that? You see the skin? Yeah. It's a scale right. It's just a fin right there. Oh, it's clean. Yep. You're gonna get your ass killed. Look again. But the scriptures tell us, you know, we're gonna meditate terror on this motherfucker. They did it to us.
Yep. And the thing is, we're going to do it justly. Like everything that we're going to do is going to be just. Right? It's not going to be out of an evil heart. Now, to them, it's going to be evil. Evil just means that time. But that doesn't mean that it'll be wicked. Right. Okay, because it's going to be weighed in the balance. It's going to be just. Yep. We're gonna know that actual spirit. Yep. And if we are the elect, we literally would have a part in creating those spirits. Like you got brothers that created the Moabites and the Ammon, you know what I mean? And Elam and these spirits, and then naming those spirits. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be a whole nother level of godship that we're going to be on, man. We ain't gonna be playing no fucking basketball. Okay? That's that low level mindset. We're gonna be controlling spirits. Okay?
On the planets and flying. Come on, man. Catching a football, playing golf.
I got this Jeremiah 17:9. So the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
That's it. The heart. And the Lord is going to change our heart into that fleshly heart. That right now we have that stony heart, subject to these spirits entering into your mind. Okay, and due to the flesh, if it wasn't for Yahweh Shemashah, Satan break your ass down. Little by little, he'll break you down, man. Where he got you just all fucked up in the head, if the Lord allows. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you gotta always fear and stay in that realm of fear, man. Okay.
That's the mercy of the Lord. He put those spirits on you. That's why you got to be thankful that you got the name, you know, the works. Yeah. You know, when they got here in the world, I had some things early coming to the shop. Can we pray for you? I said, oh, man. No, I'm good. So he looked at me like, yeah. They trying to put it. I said, yeah, it's one thing there. You want to pray for them. Good over here. You know, I don't even want to hear this shit. It's like, no, you have it.
Yeah, but the prayers of the wicked are an abomination, as the scriptures say, so you in the right spirit.
Yeah.
probably some of them Jehovah's Witness Christians.
I don't know. It was just weird. They had some T-shirts on. I didn't even read it. I just came in. Can we pray for y'all?
Yeah.
It was like 3 of us in there. We all kind of looking.
They call us missionary, evangelists,
Something like that. Yeah.
You know, just want to door to door. A lot of times they be Jehovah's Witness.
Work of Satan.
Work of Satan. That's what it is.
All women too.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, all women.
Yeah, you're going there with them women.
They told me shit. I got that.
You gotta go.
It's Isaiah chapter 2. I started 1. This is a vision that Isaiah, son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. In the last days, the mountain of the Lord's house will be the highest of all, the most important place on earth.
That's the house of David.
So this in the NLT.
So the mountain of the Lord is the Lord's government, which is the house of David. So it's not going to be an authority over the Lord's government. You know, really, it's only going to be one government. It's going to be a monarchy. Totalitarian rule of righteousness, theocracy, you know, rule of the gods. That's the only thing that's going to be so far as authority in the earth.
No other authority.
No other authority.
Can you imagine? There's no other God. There's nobody. You can't turn to nobody else.
Nope.
And nobody help.
And nobody help you. The only one that can help you is the one that you're looking at that you need to be obeying. That you need to bow out. See, this is the thing. The nation's going to literally worship us. Yes, you've never been worshipped. That's crazy.
That's the true definition of bliss. People bow down to you.
Can you imagine the kings of the other nations? It's good to say that. How they gonna bow down to you, man?
Isaiah 65.
Isaiah 60.
Isaiah 60.
Okay. You know, where the king, well, I'll get it, but you know, whatever.
Okay. Isaiah 2 and 2 NLT. In the last days, the mountain of the Lord's house will be the highest of all, the most important place on earth. It will be raised above the other hills.
Yeah, and the most important place on earth, is specifically talking about Jerusalem, is going to be the capital, the headquarters of righteousness of their government body. But the whole earth's going to be ours. Jerusalem just going to be, you know, like the headquarters, the capital. Go ahead.
It said, and people from all over the world will stream there to worship.
Yep.
People from
all over the world. That's why the elder about to get into it is Isaiah 60 right now. Yep. Go ahead.
And it's beautiful too. It says stream to the world. You can stream now on live.
Yep.
But then, hey, watch everybody in NRL, all these nations can stream unto us. Bow down to worship.
That's it. That's it.
they want the blessing, they don't have to.
Yep.
Then it
That's
said,
gonna be the most desired place on earth. Jerusalem is the most desired place on earth.
And you gotta tap in. You know, niggas say, hey, tap in, you in my city, you gotta tap in.
Yeah.
Like, you literally gonna have to tap in.
Yeah.
Or it's gonna be judgment.
it said, people from many nations will come
Oh, you
and
mean
say,
like when you gotta check in?
Yeah.
You gotta check. Oh yeah. Oh, you ain't getting in the holy city. No.
Or just like generally, you gotta check in with Israel.
Yeah.
You gotta make sure you good, you're good standing.
Report.
You gotta report. You gotta send those gifts.
Yep.
There is a nation that would not come up and worship.
Yep.
Right there. Where you gonna worship at? If you don't worship, you're gonna get no rain. Then you're gonna go into famine. You're gonna go into drought. Disease is gonna set in. Then the nation, that nation's gonna be like, now, who did this? Because it's gonna be leadership. They ain't gonna go and get this nigga. It was the leader. We gotta kill this nigga to set it right. Like Jonah.
Cast the line.
it said, people from many nations will come and say, come, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord Yahweh, to the house of Jacob, power. There he will teach us his ways, and will walk in his paths. For the Lord Yahweh teaching will go out from
Zion, his word will go out from Jerusalem.
Be the Israelites. That's going to be the government body, starting with 144,000. Okay, that's going to be the top men. And we're not going to be hiding like the Rothschild and the wicked elite. We're not going to hide. You're going to see. We're going to be actually shining. Okay,
We ain't hard to find.
and you're going to know who your ruler is. You know what I'm saying? Jake want to be seen. Jake don't buy the top designer clothes. Like the wicked elite don't have like the top clothes and all that. But they not doing that to be seen. When Jake buys something, you gonna see that. They gonna come out. They gonna come clean, feel about it. You know what I mean? They gonna shine their chariot up. You gonna hear them come before you see. They gonna put on their best cologne. They gonna go to the barbershop, get cleaned up, right? Because that's in the Jake spirit. It's that royalty, man. They gonna have the chains on. So we gonna have chains. Okay, our garments gonna be clean. The heathens can't get these garments, and then ultimately we gonna have the spirit of the Lord. We gonna have wisdom, knowledge, understanding built inside of us. Okay, so we gonna have supernatural abilities. So there's nothing that you can do. We can just zap your ass. You know what I mean? Like we ain't gonna do it because just to do it. There's gonna be a reason, and we can facilitate that reason. We can have you think a proud thought and zap you right in front of everybody.
Then we'll be justified.
And it's justified. Everything will be justified. You see what I'm saying? So we gonna have that godlike power. Because if the Most High wanted to take your ass out, he'll do it right now. Right? He'll make it to where you do something so he can do it. You see what I'm saying? The Lord just don't judge. But if he wanted to just judge you, he could just judge you. He has that godlike ability. Okay? You don't even have to do anything wrong. Remember, Jacob and Esau. Before the children did anything, before they were born, good or evil. Okay? So we gonna have those abilities. What the fuck you gonna say about it? Nevertheless, we are gonna be righteous. See, that's the power that cannot be put in nobody else's hand. Because understanding that concept, you can just be a complete demon. Like Esau. Right, you can be like we were talking about that last week. Just think if Esau has that godlike power.
I don't want to be like that.
Because he has somewhat of that godlike power as far as the rulership and authority on earth, and you see how he treats it. He is as death and cannot be satisfied. The Israelites are about life. Because the word, the law, that's good, that's life. We're going to be teaching the nations how to follow suit, so we're going to be giving them life. Now Esau, the so-called white man, he can't receive life. He's just going to be punished, and then he's going to be exterminated. We're not going to try to teach them. We're just going to beat them down to a pulp and make them work. Okay? He's as a cancer. You don't try to dwell and live with a cancer. You just exterminate. Okay? That's Esau.
And it's still to say he's profane, right? Profane outside the temple. So the Lord's temple is his people. You can't live with us. You can't cohabitate with us. You gotta be moved completely out of the earth.
They say, the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai, we meditate between nations, still in NOT. He said, and we settle international disputes. They will handle their swords into plowshares and their spears into punaloops. Nation would no longer fight against nation.
Oh, international disputes, like disputes of land. Land borders. You got nations that are disputing land borders. Disputing and fighting over resources. We don't know, motherfucker. This is your land.
It's your portion right here.
Right here. You see this border? That's where your ass stays.
Don't cross this shit.
You know what I mean?
Cross the drum line.
And if you try to cross, you better have permission.
Yep. Passport.
You see what I'm saying? You gotta check in with the Israelites. We're gonna let you know what you can do. But it's gonna, we gonna let you know what you can do and what you can't do. But it's all gonna be under the confines of the law. The law is not gonna go, but we ain't gonna be totalitarian in a sense, oh, you can't drink out of this stream. Yeah, it's what? Drink.
Yeah.
You can't. You don't have your own plot of land. No, you don't have your land. You don't have your inheritance, man.
Resources.
Okay, you don't have your resources. We're gonna be known as righteous rulers. When the heathen nations see like, oh yeah, he's they're gonna be happy to worship us. Because really, in a sense, they worship Jake anyway. These celebrities and stuff like that. Any of these, like, there's a block on Jake getting these heathen women. You get a fine ass Elamite, you can't get no fine ass Elamite. Get the fine ass Elamite, you can't get her. But be a celebrity. That door wide open there. You see what I'm saying? So it's levels. All right. So we gonna have the ultimate. And number one, we gonna pick what we fucking want. We want that. I don't want you to go. I want this, and that.
Ain't gonna be no spit, no game.
Yeah. And the Lord is not gonna tell us no. He's gonna give it to us before he even asks.
And so far as how the rule goes, the scriptures say when the righteous are in accord with people rejoice. But people are going to be happy about the way they do. Sincerely happy, not going along to get along. You know, like how people bow down to other nations, bow down to America because they're afraid of the power. Well, they are going to be afraid of our power, but they also going to be in perfect fear of our power. Perfect fear means they actually going to really be happy about us being in power. They actually going to honor and rejoice the fact. Because they don't feel like, when they say, is this the man? Is this the motherfucker that used to rule right here? I remember when it was unemployment. I remember when it was homeless. I remember when it was, well, they really not going to remember that, but it ain't going to be none of that. It ain't gonna be none of that.
Well, that veil is gonna be lifted off of them too.
Yeah.
So they're gonna understand about their past lives. They're gonna understand about what was happening that predated the kingdom, and this is why they're gonna be in such joy, is because it's gonna be a difference from how they were living to how they living now. Remember, because the earth is gonna go back to paradise. Like you coming down, when the Most High bring man to earth. It was literally supposed to be a paradise. Like the smells and the woman, you deal with a woman is like, oh my goodness. You know what I mean? The food that you eat, like, oh my, everything was pleasurable. Now everything is turned into evil now, man. You eat a piece of bread, you got fucking all praise. You know, and bread is supposed to be a good thing. You drink some wine and you got a hangover. You got to worry about sulfites. You got to worry about toxicity. You got to think about, you know, how you got to wake up in the morning. So I can't drink too much. I can't get too married.
Yeah.
And in Kingdom Heaven, you're not gonna worry about that. Like there's gonna be continuing employment for these other nations, but we're gonna be a righteous ruler. Okay, they're gonna be happy to work. Yeah. And they're going to know their purpose down here on earth. See, we're going to go back to, why are you here?
Why was you created?
Why were you created? When you ask the other nations why they're here, what's the purpose of life, they'll give you 1,000 different answers and none of them are going to be right. They're going to actually know the purpose of why they're here. And every nation has a purpose. They're a tool for the elect. They're a tool for the righteous. We're going to use them why they were created. Like the Moabite was created for a reason. You know? They're created for a particular reason. Ammon is created for a particular reason. Ham is created for a particular reason. And they're gonna understand and we'll beat it into it. Because a good ass whipping, it changes you in your mind. Because you associate that pain with a particular thing that you should have or should not have done. Okay? You got it.
They say Isaiah 2, back in Isaiah 2 and 4 in the NOT, they would hammer their swords into plowshares and their spears into poodle hooks. Nation would no longer fight against nation.
Now, when you go into Joel, it's the opposite. They're preparing for war. This is what wickedness brings. This is what so-called liberty brings. This is what freedom so-called brings under the rulership of the so-called white man. At the end of the day, while it's all said and done, you're going to go to war and destroy yourself.
War economies.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you had all the liberty. You see what I'm saying? You had all the freedom, so-called, you know. but it ended in you destroying yourself.
You create a world that distributes death. Because like pruning hooks, those things are for agriculture and producing and bringing forth fruit. But swords and spears and weapons of war bring forth death. So his kingdom is all about turning what the Lord intended the earth to be was to be fruitful, right? He did the opposite. Took the pruning hooks and agricultural tools and turned them into weapons of mass destruction.
Because he has asked death, he did not be satisfied. He's the opposite of what Jacob did. Jacob was supposed to bring light. A light into the world. Esau is a light, but it's a wicked light. Okay? But it is a light. So it does have, you know, the semblance of what even Satan has transformed his ministers into, or Satan, angels of light, or ministers of light.
Well, you still learn from Esau's wickedness. Because light represents knowledge, understanding. Well, you learn through his rulership. We all learning. We learning how not to, what not to do, and nothing teaches you better than experience. So yeah, it's a light for us to know. If you don't keep the land savage, if you let homosexuals run rampant, this is what the earth will produce. It'll produce death. Go ahead, bro.
Nation would no longer fight against nation, nor train for war anymore.
Yeah, in the kingdom of heaven, there will be no more war. But in this world, war is freedom, or war is life.
Yep.
Right? Nobody questions. See, here that there's a war going on where you got thousands of people dying right now, and your government is literally dropping bombs on people. And what do you have? You have nothing but mirth here in the land. Everybody wants to party, everybody wants to drink, everybody wants to have a good time. But your government is literally killing people so you can enjoy. But you turn a blind eye to that so you can enjoy yourself. Okay? In the kingdom of heaven, there will be no more war. And there will be no more dropping bombs on people. There literally would be no need for swords anymore. There will be no need for killing instruments. Because everything will be righteous. Okay? But when you bring up these concepts of, you know, world peace, the people, they don't really even understand that concept. They believe this is light, this is peace. Okay? They believe that this is what's going, you know, there's a continuing city here.
There will always be war.
Everything's a joke, everything is
There will always
laugh.
be war.
Okay? But in the kingdom of heaven, there will be no war. There will be
We
no
are
need.
oppressed.
Okay? Go ahead.
As long as we are oppressed.
Okay, go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 60.
Hold back.
Start at verse 3. Start at verse 3.
Isaiah chapter 60 verse 3. And the Gentiles shall come to thy light.
The Gentiles are speaking about the other nations. They're going to come to our light. Right now, the Gentiles are going to the light of Esau. They're influenced by Esau. You go over to China, you're going to see nothing but a replica of America. Even how they do their government. Even though it's a communist government, it's still structured, okay, like a democratic republic. Okay, we're voting people in and Senate and all that. Okay, that's part of that. That's part of the wine. Okay, go ahead.
And kings to the brightness of thy rising.
The kings, the leaders of the other nations, they're gonna come to our brightness. We're gonna be shining. Okay, just as the king came to Solomon, the Queen of Sheba came to Solomon because she heard of his wisdom. But in that time, we're gonna have sheer dominion over the planet Earth. Okay, go ahead.
Lift up thy eyes round about and see. Oh, they gather themselves together. They come to thee. That son shall come from far, and that daughter shall be nursed at thy side.
So all these nations are going to come to us. There's going to be a time, there try to have all the nations come to us and say, okay, what do we do? Right now, the nation ain't coming to you. The nations are not coming to Jake, asking Jake, even these so-called celebrities and these Jakes that are on a high end, the other nations are not coming and asking them for advice, asking them for counsel. Is anybody asking Floyd, is Xi Jinping asking Floyd Mayweather economic advice? Even military advice, strategy. Okay? They're only coming to Jake when it's some type of fucking entertainment. How did you do that? How do you do that, Dan?
How you do that, boy?
You know what I mean? And then they'll study it, give it to AI, and then plug it into a robot. Now the robot doing what you say, it's doing the dead, that jet breeze, the soldier. Right? That's the only time it comes to you on a folly ship, but real world things, how to manage economics. What are the ways between a man and a woman? What diet should we do? Okay, how should we plant our crops? What God should we worship? They don't come to you for another thing. They're doing their own thing. But in the kingdom of heaven, they're going to come to us, so we're going to be the authority.
Brother, get there in Proverbs, righteous or authority, 29.
Proverbs 29 and verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. So you see the state of the earth and tell you who you leadership. All across the world is nothing but noise. What y'all do is just turn on your local news, turn your local news to your federal level news, then you turn your federal level news to your international news. It's consistent all the way across. You know? Lamentations more than woke. In the book that we're reading now is the prophecy of all of those lamentations going and going coming to an end. And the way that it comes to an end is only through the righteous and plan and authority. Can I give the word authority? And then when you get the prophecy in Daniel the 7th chapter, we can start in verse 13, right?
Authority in the blue letters 87235 in the Hebrew, in the outline of biblical usage, it says be or become great, be or become many, be or become much, be or become numerous, to become many, become numerous, multiply.
Do you have a primitive root for authority? Go to the strong.
Okay, all right. This is in the strong to increase.
When the righteous increase, go ahead.
Yeah, in whatever respect.
Because right now, the scriptures say the wicked compass about the righteous. So there's way more wicked authority in the world than it is righteous authority. But really, righteous authority is the only authority there really is. Wicked authority is vain. It automatically comes to an end. That's why they're going to destroy themselves by their attempt to destroy the righteous. Because the Lord won't hedge and cover the righteous. The elect are preserved no matter what the wicked try to do. Go ahead.
All right. Bring in abundance.
Bring righteousness in abundance. Go ahead.
Be in authority. Bring up. Continue. Enlarge. Excel. Be full of. break, grow up, peace, increase, belong, be long.
Yep, that's it. Yep.
I got one.
Go ahead.
Authority for the possible definition is the power or right to give orders.
Yeah, the power of right to give orders. That's it. So when the righteous are in the power seat and have the right to give orders, people don't rejoice.
Because you win. Righteous judgment, you win. Like everybody
wins.
Everybody wins. You feel good. In this world, you can't understand that because it's masked with pleasure. But you see what's the end result of it. The end result is you get ready to be burned by something in the body. Because you actually think you were able to enjoy sin for sin. Sin is pleasurable. Yeah, of course, absolutely. Anybody can do that. But what is the fruit?
Make decisions.
And a bad thing.
Make decisions and enforce obedience.
Woo! Enforce obedience. That was about Revelation 25 and 26. Shall rule them with rod of iron. You know, then when you go through that rod of iron, it breaks it down. Their authority, rigorous rules, judicial authority.
Back in Isaiah,
For example, America has the authority not to harm my race. America has the authority not to like Ezo has the authority to say, you know what? I have to. He's so smart, right? He can literally implement the book.
Yeah, he can implement the law.
He has the power to do that.
Yeah.
And he could take down nations that don't want to get with it.
Yeah.
He could do that.
He has the authority.
But he can't do it. He's not in there. It ain't in him or it ain't in him and it ain't on him.
Get right.
Isaiah chapter 60, verse 10.
Hey, matter of fact, that's what Psalm 50 and 16 says. What hast thou to declare my statutes? Seeing that thou hatest instruction and cast my words behind thee. The Bible is in your judicial system. You actually have trials where people, is that still a thing? Have they do they still do that now? They still do that. And so you gotta, the Lord so cold, he makes you implement all of the righteousness into your judicial system when you judge people. He made that be a part of your judicial system. But you don't even uphold it. You know? You don't uphold this. And the scripture says you break one, you break them all. So you're a partial judge.
Hey, every time you go with her, it's contempt. Today he got you swearing in on the Bible. You know what I'm saying? The God, your house.
And the judge got a smooth face.
He got a smooth face. And yet he tell you he's serving justice.
And just ate a bacon egg. He ate a bacon, had a bacon sandwich right before he came out. What they call it? A room the judge be in?
The chamber.
Yeah, right before he came
Judge's
out the chamber,
chamber.
he had a BLT.
Yeah, he was just looking at some kitties.
I was just going to say that.
He just had, he was just, you know, he's looking at the kitty stuff. And then he coming out and judging your ass. And if you gay, he gives you football numbers.
And tell you to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
You have one judge,
you know you got lawyers in your room lying to say.
So it's the unjust judge.
Take pride.
You had a judge that got shot with a penis pump while he was actually, you know, doing his shit. You know, while he was having case. He had no bras on, he had no pants on.
Send the judge.
The judge motherfucker.
He's pumping his fingers at the same time.
Esau. This is not, no, but this is not the judge we're doing.
Perverted.
These are the type of people that we're dealing with, and they come out and they want to judge you. And this is why Esau, when he walks by, you see he can't stand for you.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like Esau really doesn't come and listen too long. The moment this word comes out, he getting cut.
Get out talking.
He getting cut because what? The real court is in session. Okay? Esau's under trial right now.
Yeah.
He's under trial. This is the ultimate right now. Okay, and we're pronouncing the judgment. We already pronounced the judgment in the supersede. What is called the police officers, they haven't came and grabbed Esau yet. That's what they left. So he's hearing the judgment, he's hearing the sentence. The gavel has not been boom taken back away yet. The gavel's gonna be outside coming back and cracking those clouds. That's when the enforcers gonna come and grab your ass up, and you gonna hide too. But that makes for a good like part of the movie. I want you to hide. He scurried and hid, and we gonna kick down the motherfucking deep underground military bunker. You down in the sea, we gonna rip your ass out of the sea. We gonna have Leviathan bite your ass. Hey, you see what I'm saying? That's it. That's a hunter. A bounty hunter. The Lord is gonna make us hunters at that time. Jeremiah 16:16. Right now we're fishing. Then he gonna turn us into hunters. Spiritual bounty hunters, like the brother said. Okay, and we gonna have the authority to kick down your fucking door. Not like the authorities these bounty hunters have, where they're only limited capability, they can't carry particular weapons. We gonna be the weapon. The scriptures say that he made his creature the weapon. Battle axe. See? Yeah, we got a war here. Esau. Esau, and he guilty because they're gonna run from the land. Could you imagine, like we bring him and we throw him right in front of your house? Could you imagine what the fear? Like, bro, could you imagine that? We grab all the ass up and we stand over and you got your house right there. Hey, Luke 19:27. I love that. That way,
Jake's too.
Oh yeah, Jake's the show.
We're gonna do some Jake's. We're gonna have some Jake's that's gonna have bumpers. You know, lesser luminary type Jake's. You know they got these billionaire status. You know before they call us to. Matter of fact, you wanna get God first.
Yeah, you gotta get it first. You gotta get the niggas out of the way first.
Get the niggas out of the way first.
You know what I mean? But you can't really truly enjoy yourself if you get niggas out of the way. Once you got that straight now, see what I'm saying?
First order of business. Get niggas out.
No more niggas. Okay. We feel better. Now let's execute the niggas.
Don't some niggas in the bosom. Don't get these niggas in the bosom. Don't get them. Yeah.
And once we get niggas out of the way, because we know they're going to come back like this. So we get them out of the way. Yep. We good? Everybody good? All right. Boom. All right. Now.
So this back in Isaiah chapter 60 and verse 10. In the Psalms.
But you know what? If you want to do that, just go and start reading down from where you're at. They'll elaborate a little bit more. Yeah, you can grab it.
Isaiah 60 and 5. Then thou shalt speak and flow together, and your heart confused and be enlarged.
Even at that time, we're going to still have fear of the Most High. Like a sword. You know what I mean?
It says, because the abundance, the seed to be converted.
But at least what they have is going to be nowhere in comparison to what we have. Because the elite don't have to go who was the NWO was about. So they can have full authority. We're going to have actual full authority in that thing. And we're going to be like, damn, we're going to get involved?
The forces of the Gentiles
They're good. What the Father good?
Isaiah 60, verse 7. All the flocks of the stars shall be gathered together underneath the ram of his boat. Shall be underneath. They shall go up together on mine altar. And he said, they shall come up together on mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory.
Yeah, the house of the Lord. We're gonna be all have no ministers like that. Okay, you're not gonna have brother with no ears. You know, you got cars. They, you know, you look rough. You might have flawless hair. Gold, resources, and beautify. But what's going to make it more beautiful is the one that is actually beautiful. That's what we get. The land beautiful, but we can get praise. Man can get praise. Go ahead.
And it says, verse 9, surely the isles shall wait for me, and the silver parts will work. The wings thy sons will part, their silver, their gold, wisdom, unto the name of the Lord thy power.
There you go. The name of the Lord is going to be what? Bring inside of us. So they're going to bring it to us. That's the level of power and opulence and royalty, okay, that we're getting ready to receive. We're getting to comprehend the level in which we're going to be placed upon. When the Lord sees these nations, they got to fight for us. On the carnal, they got to go and kill people to get these people. All we have to do is worship God by the side.
And it says, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he has glorified me. Verse 10, and the sons of strangers shall build on thy walls.
We're not going to build. We built up their walls, right?
And your king shall minister unto me. For in my round I spoke to you, but in my face have I mercy on you.
And the other niggas, they're going to bug out because they see it in a low state. And they actually rejoice in it. But the roles are going to be reversed on the level that nobody's ever seen. Brag the Richard story more than anybody. Like, for example, you win the lottery, say you win $1 billion. In this world, you make it. But it's on the side. Literally, he calls it, hey, you have to come back. The family going to be making all about it. You want to be included somewhere, enjoy your riches, and everybody that comes in your life is going to hand that. So, okay? And you still subject against the growing old and getting sick. But in the kingdom of heaven, you're going to have everything. And you're going to have power. And you're going to be able to really enjoy it. Okay? So what we're getting ready to receive is leaps and bounds greater than what Esau Edom did to try to offer you. Because that chick is not going to be a level of peace. So he's still going to give you the bad thing he did. When Esau do, when the fuck is Esau do? And if he did good, he did it on the road. Now his whole mindset is not to fuck these niggas up. I didn't want to do that. Let's change. Let's put the niggas back in front. We should never I said I'm wrong is right. I said I'm wrong is right. This right thing that I did, I said I'm wrong. I don't like niggas that niggas able to believe that. I don't like that. The niggas want to eat healthy, put add parasites to it. Niggas, yeah, don't let them eat no lettuce. They allergic to lettuce now. Or have them get bit by the Lone Star chicken and get allergic to meat. You're allergic to red meat. Fuck them up. Niggas been eating too much red meat.
Got like some 3D meat. Still chicken.
Verse 11. Therefore, Isaiah chapter 50, verse 11. Therefore, thy gates shall be open continually.
Our gate. What does that represent? Well, we're going to go into those gates are going to represent the flow of traffic. Import. We're going to be importing, baby. And what are we going to export? Righteousness. Okay? And even if you don't want to get with it, we're going to take your last out.
Doc always open for import.
It's good everywhere you go. It's flowing all. So we got to eat, right? Just like the party. We need those breaks. We need those instances. We need that goal. Where's my quote? Elon. How much soul did I get? Oh, yeah, I like it. I got it like that, man. All right. Double it. All right.
He's done quotas. He's done quotas next.
You know what I'm saying?
Finishing out, they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring up unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
The forces are the resources. That includes them. They're not going to sell themselves. They're not going to sell themselves to the state or to the digital slavery practice. They are the slaves.
Come on.
They're gonna learn that they were raised to be our slaves.
We're going to have beauty for the finest women in their nation. Just to bring them. The beauty pageant is not for them. It's for them to bring to us. You want the finest of your women. So you got to have a beauty pageant.
Yeah,
No, but you that's you actually do that. Well, you have, where they'll worship particular gods, and they'll sacrifice particular virgins to particular gods.
Right.
To appease the god so they can have good crops, or they can have whatever, to appease the spirit. Well, they're going to do that. The sacrifice is you're going to have to bust it in. You see what I'm saying? Like, and they're going to be young, too. Never been touched. The best of the best. The best of Moab. The best of Edom. The best of Ham. Elam. Japheth. The best of the best, baby. Okay? And if we see you sneaking around something, that's good. Because you're going to get the ugly one. We're going to fuck you up.
They're not be trying to hold them.
You're going to have women that are going to have children, and these women and the young boys will be serving. They're going to literally be brought to us. That's part of those resources. They're going to literally be brought to us here. Do with them as you want. We might not want to take it as a wife. We're going to get it for our sons. Our sons, one of our sons, one of our grandchildren. You know what I mean? Or get your, hey, brother, I know you like these motorbikes, brother. I got some. We don't actually. Could you imagine you popping up to a brother's estate and you got 100 women from different nations, never been touched, and say, hey, brother, which one do you want? You get first kiss. It's wonderful.
Hey, I'm coming back the next 6 months. I got one every week for you, bro.
Could you imagine that? That's human trafficking on a whole nother level.
Oh yeah.
Right? But that's in the right hand side, right? Okay? Because we gonna treat them right. You see what I'm saying?
We ain't gonna be sneaky.
And we ain't gonna be doing no it's my turn, then we gonna have other, but you know what I mean? Like none of that sick shit, man. That's what Esau does. Then he'll put them to death and then get the blood.
Oh man.
It's not so. You're supposed to have her and make her work for you. You know what I'm saying? And build up your legacy. They ain't supposed to be drinking blood and shit, doing no weird shit, man. But that's Esau. We gonna do it on the right hand side. Okay.
All right. Finishing off Isaiah 60 and verse 11, it says, and they may dream the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be broke. Verse 12, for the nation and kingdom that would not serve
There we go.
shall perish.
There we go. They don't want to serve us. So we're going to lay down what the responsibility and the things that you need to do to obtain life. This is life. Do this and you win. Disobey, you lose. Okay? And judgment's going to be going on in real time, and we ain't going to allow it to affect you. We're going to be on your ass. Wow, we popping up. Okay? Go ahead.
And it says, yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
So this is going. So that's because that's going to happen in the kingdom of heaven. Satan gonna jump on them. They gonna think they bad. Okay. They gonna not do what. They gonna not bring up those forces. They're not gonna be giving us the choice. They're not gonna come. They're not gonna come to Jerusalem with some offerings. And we gonna know. And then we might just. Hey, the scripture says they're not gonna get no rain. We might just starve their ass to death, man. And then say. Then we'll put an embargo on their ass. And we tell these niggas, you pray with them, you'll get that same thing. They gonna be like,
Your own player.
and if they try to come, they try to come into your border, let us know.
Yep.
We're gonna be on their ass.
Yep.
And then that's gonna make the other niggas fear.
You want some of this?
Nope.
Come on, man.
But that's what this judgment's gonna bring.
Mm-hmm.
These nations ain't gonna want none of that. And we're gonna be the enforcers, man. Righteous people.
Yep. Hey, so with that, Lord willing, this is edifying for the elect. We're going to turn it towards the use of our praise, honor, and glory too.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
We're going to get double honor to the elders and the apostles, the Gms, salutations and blessings to the actors around the world, preaching and teaching the truth.
Baba.
Bada Yum Yum. Shalom.
Come on, Master Rob.